This is Minding Your Business with the Lancaster Chamber of Commerce. I'm Chris Spiker of Antelope Valley Florist. Our next guest is Linne Lane, right? Did I say that?
Yes, you said it right.
And you're with Mary Kay.
Right.
And also with a movement called Don't Look Away.
Okay, so what that is, yes, my name is Linne. I'm a sales director with Mary Kay, and Mary Kay has the Mary Kay Charitable Foundation that sponsors the Don't Look Away, which is the foundation preventing, putting an end to domestic violence and cancers affecting women. And the foundation is over 20 years old now.
Oh, I thought it was a brand new idea.
No. Well, this is the newer part of it. So we're the lead sponsor of the Don't Look Away. This is a nationwide text for help. So if anybody gets in an abusive or awkward situation, they can text Love Is to 22522, and they get instant anonymous help. And so I just became real passionate about it when I text the number, because I thought, if I'm going to give the number out, I want to make sure it works.
Right.
And so I text the number, and right away they come up and they ask if you're in a safe place, and then you have the conversation, and then everything's deleted. Wow. And so I went ahead on my own and had these cards made up because it was convenient, and I would talk about it more, and it just made me more aware of all of the abuse and the human trafficking and a lot of things that's going on right here in our community.
Right here in the Antelope Valley.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because this is kind of like the cutting edge here.
Yeah.
It's the desert, but it's an amazing place.
Mm-hmm.
But everything happens here.
Right.
Just like it happens everywhere. And so, don't look away.
Yes, don't look away. And we have the Mary Kay Charitable Foundation, so you can follow that on Facebook. And so it's really a lot of good information, especially because Mary Kay was passionate about cancers affecting women and, domestic violence. And of course, she passed away in 2001, but she started this foundation, and so they give grants to certain doctors that qualify. And every year, I think 13 get a grant of $100,000 throughout the United States. And I know just in 2016, 2 of those were in California, those $100,000 grants, and then they give $20,000 grants to shelters, 150 of those, and in 2016, California got 13 of those. And then over the years, because I did my research before I came, over the years, and they started, Mary Kay gave 148 grants overall to California, 2 shelters. So I thought, that's pretty cool.
Do all the bad things only happen in California?
No, it's just that's just where I live. So I thought, it's where you can make a difference where you are. We should all be making a difference where we live or where we are. Sure, you can make a difference. Especially with what I do, I make a difference all across the country just because I go everywhere and I'm dealing with women all the time.
You've never been on a radio show?
No, never been on a radio show. Nobody ever asked me, but so thank you.
How cool is that?
I know.
What other challenges, what other firsts are there out there?
For me?
Yeah.
For me?
Where are we going next? By the way, being proactive and making these cards up when there weren't cards, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and it's got the 10 warning signs like on the back, and if you just take the time to read them, because abuse is happening, it's the guys too, it happens to both. If you read on the back, you're all, it reminds me like, wow, when I was growing up, certain relationships and stuff I had, it's just everybody can relate to something on this card or know somebody, and I give these out all the time. And I'll give you a couple examples. Just doing my business and, calling new leads or inviting people in for their facials or whatever. I've had it where the woman having a conversation right on the phone, and right then she needs help.
Wow.
Yeah. Or she's on her way to her appointment, but she gets pushed out of the car and asks if we could come pick her up. I mean, stuff like that, And so if we just talk about it, we all know somebody, give it and train our kids, and educate them. And then Mary Kay also has the Men Don't Look Away. It's a domestic violence organization by engaging men to be part of the solution. And then I printed out some of these stats, and it's amazing. They say 1 in 3 young people in the U.S. experience abuse in a dating relationship, and 1 in 4 women in the U.S. will experience domestic violence in their lifetime. And to date, Mary Kay's raised $53 million towards, domestic violence in the shelters, and committed to putting an end. And also, of course, we have Pink in the Park.
Sounds like a Jethawks tie-in.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. So this is the first time. This is a first for me doing a big fundraiser. And what's nice about Mary Kay, because I know a lot of fun nonprofits have popped up over the years. So Mary Kay's did this before it really got popular.
Right.
And what's really cool is that we don't always know where the money's going, you know, in some of these things. And I like this because over 97% goes right to where it needs to go. They have less than 3% going to the
Operation of it.
Yes, yes, because Mary Kay, the company's like 54 years old now, but it's a multi-billion-dollar debt-free, privately owned company. I think the key is privately owned. Probably helps a lot in debt-free.
Right, yeah.
Right, and just didn't get greedy at the top like
Right.
what's happened so often.
Sometimes they got to pay those shareholders.
Yeah, and so they don't have those, so it makes a difference. Yeah.
How long have you been involved with Mary Kay?
I've been involved over 23 years now.
Wow.
Yeah, my husband had lost his job. That's how nobody approached me about Mary Kay, you know, or offered me, you know, a facial. My girlfriend, she was selling it, but didn't say anything to me. I kind of asked her. And so.
Maybe she didn't know very much.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But I just said, why aren't you doing it? Your husband's not working either. So I got her going. So I signed up because I had tried the satin hands, and they said you could make 50%. My husband hadn't worked in 2 years. And so I said, you're going to pay a few bills. And it ended up like paying a lot of bills.
I see a pink card going by every once in a while.
Yeah. I'm really proud of my ladies. We were the first Cadillac unit in the Antelope Valley. Yeah, they're awesome. And my husband got to leave his job a little over 11 years ago now, so he makes deliveries for me. And he does my little license plate. It says exfoliate on it. A pink bling around it, all by himself. I had nothing to do with it.
Really?
Yeah, no.
He's pretty
trained.
talented. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you developed people skills along the way. Or
But-
were you pretty outgoing?
No.
No?
No, probably more like an introvert forced to be an extrovert because I had bills to pay.
Bills to pay, so you had to meet people.
And I didn't want a job back then because this was in '94. I mean, you couldn't even give away house back then. There wasn't a lot of good jobs. And who wants to commute, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, on this show, we talk to more and more people who no longer have to make that. Well, of course, if they can show up, you know, during the week and chat for a few minutes, they got to be living here and working here.
Yeah. So it just worked out. Ended up working really well for me and my daughter. She was 4 when I started Mary Kay. She's a sales director in one car so far. But
She's very involved.
I know she is. She's more involved than me. She's like everywhere. I know.
Chamber events and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Hispanic chamber, I think.
I don't know. She just goes to. She's in team and the networking groups.
I think that's it. Team.
Yeah.
That's where I've seen her a lot.
Yeah. So, but the Pink in the Park.
Pink in the Park.
Yes.
When is that?
Okay, so I have a bunch of flyers for these, and if they want more information, I have a number on here. They can contact somebody who's handling it. But it's Saturday, July 22nd. But the $10 tickets, so half will go to the Mary Cash Charitable Foundation, and then also if they want the party deck tickets, those are more, but they get food and everything. Those are $30, but it's the party deck has the nice lounge chairs and everything like that.
Really?
And they get 90 minutes of all-you-can-eat food. So right there.
How many hot dogs can you eat in 90 minutes?
I don't know. And then, but they have the first 1,000 fans at the game will receive a Rockies-themed jersey. So.
Wow.
I know. So we're really excited
does it
about.
have pink on it like that?
I don't know. It kind of looks a little pink.
It kind of looks a little pinkish.
Yeah, and then on the back, I put all the, some of the accolades that what Mary Kay has done, and they've made. They also made those nature classrooms for children, and they're called Nature Explore classrooms. So while they're healing from abuse, they feel like they're playing outside.
Oh wow.
So, yeah.
Kind of like maybe a terrarium or a plant.
Yeah. And then that with 20 years of advocating for laws that support survivors in domestic violence. So go to the White House. See? Yeah.
Everything's got pink on it.
That's right.
It's a great
I know.
color.
I know. Mary Kay's so smart.
Mary Kay is smart.
Yeah, she was. She was voted by Baylor University as the greatest woman entrepreneur of all time. You should read her book. We need her kind of like mentoring. Those are the people that people should be doing reports on in school.
Right. Yeah. When
Great
we're
American
thinking of
like
favorite
that.
famous women.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll put her on the dollar bill or something.
Yeah.
Just a thought.
Yeah, that's
Kind
true.
of
Yeah.
she knows how to run a business.
That's right. That's right.
Share it with others.
Yeah, we're 35 other countries. Well, maybe even 40 now. And that keeps changing. But yeah, worldwide.
Keeps growing.
Yeah.
So I met you I recently saw you at a chamber lunch.
Right.
And you gave me the card.
But first, Larry, who's
Yeah.
my
Your brother-in-law.
brother-in-law.
Yeah, he and I hung out together in high school.
Yeah. He's retired now.
I know. He lives in some place in Arizona.
Yeah.
That there are two ways to pronounce the name. The locals and the
Right.
Californians.
Right.
Two different ways.
Right.
Yeah, Larry was a lot of fun. His parents,
Mm-hmm.
and he's one of those houses I would go over to and eat all their food.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. I didn't know that part. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were great. I
Yeah.
miss them.
Nice people.
Yes.
We love our parents.
Yes, we do. They were awesome.
The greatest generation.
Mm-hmm.
We honor them with what we do now.
Right.
So you're going to be on the radio again sometime?
Yeah, if you ask me, yeah, sure.
Okay.
This is kind of fun.
I really like the cause. I really like the Don't Look Away.
Good.
The education.
Yes. Oh, totally. I can leave you some cards. I can
And-
print it up at 1,000 at a time.
You're going to give me a flyer for
Yes.
Pink in the Park on
Yes.
Saturday, July 22nd.
Yes.
And we're going to go for about 45 more seconds because I chased the last guy out of here too soon.
Okay.
Gil was waving. I'm not going to blame it on Gil. It was my fault. I lost track of time. So contact information if somebody wanted to know about the program.
Yeah, so there's a couple ways they can go to Facebook if they follow Mary Kay Ash Foundation on Facebook. It'll keep them up to date on what's happening with women's cancers and the foundation and Mary Kay the woman, a lot of just great information. And then they can go to the Mary Kay .org, foundation.org, and then they can print out, there's a lot of resources, they can print out anything they wanted to do to keep safe, and they've got brochures, it's just tons of information, they can get right off, the internet.
And you're on Facebook.
Yes, I'm on Facebook, and Mary Cass Sheriff Foundation is on Facebook, and it can refer you to all these places too. And then there's a website, they even have the marykay.com/don't look away.
Linne, nice chatting with you. Linne Lane, Mary Kay, and Don't Look Away Foundation. We'll be right back.